Welcome back, YouTubers, to another SummerSlam review in our lovely SummerSlam review series going from 1998 to 2010. This is SummerSlam 2007, a night of returns with Triple H returning and Rey Mysterio also returning. Make sure you guys also subscribe up above as usual. Like this video and comment your thoughts on SummerSlam 2011 or 2007 even down below. And NJ, I know why you're looking at that damn fucking DVD. It's because it's got fucking Triple H on the front and you're the biggest Triple H mark ever because this is the pay-per-view where he returns. So a guaranteed A grade from you then, isn't it?
Maybe, but before we get into our review, make sure you contact us in the link in the description box below.
Of course. I am Mr. Parker, as you all know, with my battle scars from shaving today. And in this corner, we have the right and honourable Triple H mark, NJ. What's up? What's up, NJ? What's up to you guys up there? Right, so we've done that in a bit of a weird order, but let's get on to the SummerSlam 2007 review, even though lately I called it SummerSlam 2011 for some reason. Looking forward to that pay-per-view. Yeah, so on a night of returns, we had the 20th anniversary of SummerSlam. It was also a SummerSlam where Mr. McMahon was trying to find out his legitimate son's mother, saying, there's something kinky about Mae Young. Yeah, it was kinky. So, although we had loads of segments throughout the night, basically him deciding who his illegitimate son was.
There
we had
was
MVP.
Santino, MVP.
You had money, yeah. Money, yeah. I said money, money.
The funny thing about that, he got all of them danced, did all along.
William Regal style. He's like, oh my god, William Regal's dancing was so funny.
And
Teddy Long
Man was so serious, he was just like...
Yeah, anyway. Should we get on to the matches then, MJ? Because that was pretty fun, wasn't it? I enjoyed that. Yeah, the opening match we had was Kane versus Finlay. And I don't know about you, NJ, I didn't mind this match. It was just that, why the fuck did they have this as the opener? Usually as an opener, I want a real fast-paced match. A match was just going to get the crowd going. I know this match got the crowd going, but just as for me as an opener, it wasn't the best match, even though it was actually a decent match between two guys, really.
When I look at Finlay, I don't think of the best matches, but with this, the way they played it, again, it was kind of hard to tell who the heel was in this, because you have Kane the Monster, and you have Finlay who uses shillelaghs.
Yeah, I think Finlay was the heel just because of his weapon usage.
He could have been, but again, overall, I think it was a okay match, but not the best start.
No, Kane wins the match with a chokeslam. We see Hornswoggle come out of hiding during the match, which was real funny. Finlay uses a shillelagh in this match, but it backfires on him, and Kane, as you well and love, wins the match with a chokeslam despite getting hit by that shillelagh and having injured ribs. So, good match for you, but just not as an opener, in my opinion.
No, and I'm going to say that it had a good result, because I don't think Finlay winning this would have done any justice whatsoever.
We're going to the next match then. We had an Intercontinental title match. Yes, we had a mid-card title match on a pay-per-view, NJ. We had Umaga, who was the current Intercontinental champion at the time. He was getting a huge push in WWE versus Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Parkin, versus Carlito for the Intercontinental Championship. This seemed like a kind of random put-together match at the last minute. I'm not really sure of the backstory, but at least we saw a mid-card title match on a pay-per-view, which is good to see, especially a triple threat match. And
it had, I'm going to say... I think the opponents in it weren't awful or anything. We had Carlito, Kennedy.
Love that shit, man.
It was awful.
Awful? It was brilliant.
The match.
Yeah,
I would say it weren't the best matches because, again, you have Umaga who's kind of slow. You have Carlito who, well, he's in this Intercontinental anyway, and Mr. Kennedy who, I think he should have done more. Yeah,
I am in agreement with you. Mr. Kennedy was such a good character in WWE at the time. I would have liked to have seen him win a mid-card title around about this time. But of course, you had Umaga at the time, who was this real pushed heel at the time. He was going to face John Cena for the title at a later stage. So I kind of understand this. You have him as the Intercontinental champion. You have him winning his match in a kind of dominant way. So I can kind of understand it. Kennedy got such a good reaction from the crowd in this match, though, didn't he?
I think they were really behind him a bit,
yeah, same here. The Samoan Spike wins the match, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah, I think the way it ended, it was just like a bit of a it was. I think it was quick finish, not the best finishes.
It wasn't the best of matches, was it? Though I don't think it was. This is why we can't really say much about it. Why we're slow talking about it, because it really just wasn't that good.
No, nothing memorable about the match.
No, the match didn't even get that much time. We got 7 minutes. But not really much else to say about it, other than Umaga wins. I'll say Umaga. I'm sounding like William Regal at the moment. Umaga even. He wins it and carries on his big push that would, culminate in future years for him.
And luckily, after these first 2 matches that we don't really agree with, the third match was just a lot better.
Yeah, we had Rey Mysterio and Chavo Guerrero in the first kind of real rivalry of this pay-per-view. In terms of the match chronological order. It was a long-time rivalry that we saw at the last SummerSlam, which we kind of enjoyed, between Rey Mysterio and Chavo, honouring Eddie's name. Also, Rey Mysterio got injured and it was his big return. Remember, he got injured in that I Quit match when Chavo hit him on the knee with that chair.
And the thing is, rivalry. This is the one match that actually got a video package to explain that Chavo's all jealous and that, and he just wants to take out Rey Mysterio even more.
Yeah, so a very heated rivalry there, which made this match very good. This match got 12 minutes, which is a good amount of time for these two to put on. A decent match, in my opinion, and Rey Mysterio wins in his typical fashion with a 619 and a splash.
The thing is, with Rey Mysterio, as much as I'm not really a fan of him, what the hell was he wearing?
Oh, that white stuff.
Oh, grey, whatever you want to call it.
It looked like a ghost.
It was just weird. It didn't really make much sense. Yeah. But anyway, the match itself, I'll give it a thumbs up. It was a good match of the 3.
Rey and Chavo always have good chemistry in the ring together. And they're two guys that can really work up a fast match or, a kind of brutal match. So, I've got to give this a thumbs up as well. Mysterio was always going to win his return match, though, wasn't he? So we know who's kind of going to win this, but it's still a good match as well. It had its spots in it. So
I agree with that.
I'll give it a thumbs up. The next match we have is the Divas Battle Royal for the #1 contendership to the women's title. Back when, before they had the Divas Championship, the women's title really had some prestige on it, so you kind of had belief in the booking of this. So a Divas Battle Royal is kind of the best way of doing it, in my opinion.
And I think they picked the right Divas for this match. They didn't dump stupid Divas in. They just had a good rounded...
Well, they had some, didn't they? They had the Extreme Expose Divas, which couldn't really at the time wrestle, but...
you look...
Jobbers. More jobbers for Beth Phoenix to fuck over, really, wasn't it? Because it was her that won this match. And one thing I will say, though, in our Q&A where we booked our SummerSlam, this is kind of how we wanted Beth Phoenix to win the Battle Royal on that card, wasn't it? Being a dominant diva in the Battle Royal, winning the match. So this is kind of similar to what we would have booked that SummerSlam Dream SummerSlam card as the Divas match.
I think this match did show dominance because at the end it was her in the final.
Michelle McCool, wasn't it?
Michelle McCool and
Tori Wilson.
And they were both ganging upon her, so she managed to outdo them and get rid of them and win the match.
All I'll say is Beth Phoenix for the win. Thank you very much, WWE. That is exactly how we would have booked it. Then we had, an MVP drinking contest promo where, guess who came out for this one, people? It was Stone Cold Steve Austin. Was this just another excuse to get Stone Cold on TV and to have him stunner another young guy and bury him?
Yeah, because it's a bit weird for MVP to pick a drink contest. Out of all the things he could have picked, he picked a drink contest, which was the best way to get Stone Cold involved.
Do what normal people do, drink water and Coke. That's what I'd do. But NJ likes to drink Monster, as you all know. Interesting fact about NJ, actually. So yeah, that was a bit of a pointless filler promo, just to get the crowd motivated for Stone Cold Steve Austin. Another return for him, stunnering another guy. So what do you expect? It's Stone Cold Steve Austin, really?
And again, it was just not the best part of SummerSlam, so you're going past that now.
Better than Divas better than Divas fucking Dodgeball, though. I'll give it that.
Well, we've moved away from that year and on to something that's... I think the next match, again... I don't know. I was expecting more from this match.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was expecting more from this match too. When I see CM Punk and John Morrison in an ECW title match, I do expect a lot more from this. I know the ECW title got shit on a little bit. I say a little bit, a lot. And the ECW brand wasn't really going that well. But they have two good wrestlers here, which we all know would feature on Raw or SmackDown at some point. Two good wrestlers here going at it. And although CM Punk did do well in this match, I feel it just didn't work, did it? And then he only got 7 minutes. It just didn't get enough time.
And again, just like the past matches, there's not a specific moment I can remember about this match. So again, it's when you remember moments in matches, you know it's a decent match. But these matches, especially this one, didn't have any.
Morrison was heel and Punk was face. Boy, have the times changed, haven't they? Punk's now heel, Morrison's now a big face. Morrison wins after putting his feet on the rope with a pin. It was just really not that good match. ECW title.
Well, he tried to put his feet on the rope.
Yeah, he failed it.
Noticed that.
Botched it a little bit. But another ECW title match, which we're really not that impressed with. What a surprise there, and a dying brand in WWE's TV programming. I think now we'll move on to this.
I am the game. Triple H.
All hail King Booker!
Time to play the game!
So after that little promo you just seen there, which illustrates NJ's love of Triple H and my hatred of King Booker, I fucking hated him. Oh, he's got on my fucking nerves, that guy did. We had the big return match of the night, which was Triple H versus King Booker in a King of Kings versus the King of Raw match. And this got huge amounts of hype. And you can tell from the huge amounts of hype it got that it was Triple H's return, couldn't you?
The great video package of saying how they've worked on Triple H and made him better
Stronger,
than ever.
faster.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, the thing is, as much as I'm a Triple H fan, I'm gonna not have to give this match much credit. Yes, it showed Triple H's return and his dominance and all that, but the length, it's
8
just...
minutes for a return for Triple H. 8 minutes. This match was so disappointing. Again, it was one of those big moments in the SummerSlam that you really expect a lot from, and it really didn't deliver, did it?
No, and when you see Triple H return, you do expect a lot from Triple H. Just obviously he's WWE, one of WWE's top dogs.
Yeah.
And in this match, he's going to get someone... You want to see him get his ass beat. You want to see Triple H destroy and humiliate.
I'm glad he destroyed King Booker though, because I fucking hate him.
But then again, it was in a short amount of time.
Yeah, it was.
I'm thinking he could have gone on much longer and really battered the hell out of King Booker.
All I can say is thank God Vince McMahon didn't give this the fucking main event. I swear, if this was the main event, it would have been such a disappointment.
Well, I think if it was the main event, it would have got more time,
Maybe.
just because of it being the main event. But luckily, it was in this part of the card. Triple H has had his welcome back match, and he wins it, and the crowd love it.
The crowd did love it. It just, the match itself didn't really do too much for me. It did not justify all the hype it got. I really didn't. That's all I can really say about this match.
There was no build-up to this match. It kind of made sense that it just was going to be how it was.
I'm not complaining about the hype. The hype was very good. I'm just complaining about the length of the match and the match. It just really sucked. I just didn't like it at all.
No.
I don't know. But we'll move on to the next match now, which was the first of two main events. No, well, should we just quickly, for 30 seconds max. Great Khali versus Batista for the WWE Championship. This match lasted 7 minutes. Khali was a great monster heel, but he was so fucking slow in the ring and he couldn't wrestle. Why was he in the main event fucking picture? I just don't understand.
And the thing is, this match...
Shit.
It didn't do much justice for either one of them because Khali, for some reason, just thought the best thing to do would be use a steel chair on Batista to make it an ODQ. Flipping heck. Thanks for that.
But the thing is, you had Khali dominating him, which is correct. It's just the ending of the match just sucked, and it's just like, oh, really? This is one of your main event matches. The fucking stupidest thing about this is I had to see Great Khali hold the title upside down a couple more times for another couple more weeks because he fucking sucked as a main event champion. I'm sorry. Another one of those wrestlers along with JBL, King Booker, that I hated. It was Great Khali. I'm sorry. I just hated this main event. I really did.
And the good thing about it, again, it was the aftermath when Batista managed to let his frustration out by using the steel chair onto flipping Khali's back and take him out. That was the best.
That was the best bit of the match, and that didn't even happen in the match. This match got 7 minutes, no time at all. Why are you giving this? You're not giving 9 minutes even. It's just shit. I don't know. I can't really think of any other words to describe it. Should we just move on to the actual main event?
There we go.
A match which I was actually despite the fact it's got 2 guys in it that I'm not really liking at the moment. I was really looking forward to this match, John Cena versus Randy Orton, and it was mainly because, well, this was the WWE title. It was mainly because it was the first time these two had actually faced off, and it's one of those matches that people wanted to see, because at the time, John Cena was a big star, Randy Orton was also a big star as well, so it was kind of the match that people wanted to see.
Because the thing is, it should, again, I'm going to give it a thumbs up, video package, and it shows how Orton was making Cena know that he's there, and he's going to go for him by RKOing him and all this. So it set the match up quite brilliantly. I quite liked that. The match itself, well, I'm going to say...
I thought it was good. I liked the match.
It did good because I think it was just seeing Cena having his match against Orton, which was a good start.
I'll always wonder why we never saw this at WrestleMania. It probably wouldn't have been the best WrestleMania main event, but I'm surprised that WWE never actually made this the main event of WrestleMania at some point, because you have Orton and Cena, they're 2 potential, well, we've seen them, they're now the 2 top faces in WWE. Why was this kind of thing not a WrestleMania? But, I mean, I'm not complaining, I'm just asking the questions.
Well, I don't really know, but again, they had to make SummerSlam a bigger thing, so they having this as the main event, I think it did good.
The crowd was fucking pumping for this match, weren't they? The crowd were into it. They were booing Cena, cheering Orton.
Let's go Orton!
Cena sucks!
Let's go Orton!
Cena sucks! Yeah, it was a good match for the crowd. The crowd reaction was very good in this match. This is one thing I liked about it. This match got good time. It got 21 minutes. I really enjoyed this match quite well. It was a lot better than any of the other matches we saw, apart from maybe the Rey Chavo match. The match ended with Cena FUing Randy Orton after Randy Orton hit the RKO. It was a typical Cena finish, but I guess he kind of... I don't know. I guess he kind of had to win at the time because he was the champion, and I'm guessing Orton's turn would come down.
And it's one of their first matches,
Yeah.
so it kind of made sense that Cena was going to still say, right, to start this rivalry off, I'm going to win.
Yeah.
So yeah.
As a main event, I thought this was very good. This justified the main event. It's just the rest of the card just sucked, in my opinion, apart from Rey and Chavo. It was just, there was nothing else other than that and the Rey Chavo match, really, wasn't
So I guess you're hinting, let's go on to our overall thoughts.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
I wasn't hinting. I just I don't know. I was just going.
I know, let's just go on to overall.
Yeah, I'll go. You start off first because I want to hear your thoughts on this.
Okay, well, again, this is one SummerSlam I was hoping to be a good one because obviously it had the whole
Triple
build
H's
of
return.
Triple H.
Triple
Yeah,
H's return.
but we'll go with like Kane vs Finlay. I'm a great fan of Kane, but it's in the wrong place, and I'm just glad Kane won that.
Yeah.
Going on from
There
that,
was a lot of matches there which weren't very good.
No.
Basically, is the point. The only good match in the undercard was Rey and Chavo.
I
The only
enjoyed
good
that
match in the
match.
main event was the John Cena and Orton match.
that was basically it. And
Yeah.
I think most of the problems with this is that the length matches were all roughly the same.
There was not enough time in a lot of them.
No, and that was the main problem.
Yeah.
I was expecting more from certain matches, but like, overall, I think the winners were about right. The winners of each match were about right.
Well, I'll give my overall thoughts. Only 2 matches on this card really stood out for me. The rest of it didn't get enough time. Some of the feuds were a bit weak, especially in the undercard. The 2 main events, or the 3 main events if you count Triple H and Booker T, out of those 2, the 2 of the matches really wasn't that good. And the hype surrounding Triple H's return at the time really didn't justify the match it was given. Although I'll give credit to Cena and Randy Orton, the main event was very good. In my opinion, this grade is going to be the letter that starts off my first name, which is D. I'm sorry, I can't give this any more than a D. In the SummerSlam 2004, there was only 2 matches I liked. That got a D. This is exactly the same. This is going to get a D. I'm sorry, this sucked. I didn't like this SummerSlam.
I'm going to give it a C.
Why is he going to give it a C?
Well, basically for the reason I gave it, I just think, to be honest, the matches were not the good length, but I think overall it built it. It's hard to say because it weren't the best SummerSlams, but the right people won, I think, and it was just the return of Triple H helps me a bit because obviously it was about time for him to return, but
Okay.
again,
So C from you, D from me. I wonder if these people would agree. Make sure you get your thoughts in the comment section below what you thought of this pay-per-view. Maybe you agree with my grading. Maybe you agree with NJ's grading. Maybe you don't even agree with any of our grading. But make sure to tell us in the comment section below. And any last words before we go from this SummerSlam Series 2007 review?
well, all I'll say is make sure you check out SummerSlam 2008,
Yes.
which we'll be reviewing next time.
Yep, and it'll have the lovely Maria on the front. You can guarantee that I'm going to have some Divas love in there. Anyway, this has been us, Mr. Parkin and NJ
What's up?
from the British Fist. And even though I'm scarred, I'm still well enough to say to you, goodbye.